What's going on, guys? I'm Wabo and welcome to my first YouTube video. In this video, we're going to be talking about low cap crypto gaming altcoins. And one of the coins on this list is actually under $1 million market cap. And just remember, on a coin like this, it's a high risk play. If you do make a lot of money, take profits, because a lot of people like these high risk plays, but the same mentality that can get you rich on these kind of plays is exactly the same mindset that can get you, a lot of people wrecked in crypto. So definitely be careful. And I also want to show you some VC groups that I'm involved in. A lot of people know about launch pads like Seedify, but I feel like these VC groups, they get you high allocations and not a lot of people know about them. So I definitely want to show you those. And I want to touch briefly on Gala Games, being that it's probably the #1 held coin in the crypto gaming space. And a lot of people don't really understand what happened in the V2 upgrade. And as a founder node owner, I'm going to show you my dashboard and exactly everything that happened. So recently I saw two of the top influencers in the space say that now's the time to buy Gala because the tokenomics have improved greatly. It's actually the farthest thing from the truth. So let me explain why and show you some proof. So before the V2 upgrade, my Gala node here, as you can see in my dashboard, was getting 114 Gala per day. If you scroll up, 4 or 5 months after the V2 upgrade, I was getting 452 Gala per day. And nowadays, because of the lawsuit and the founders turned off their nodes, I'm getting 718 Gala per day. So you have tens of thousands of people now getting 718 Gala per day. And it's kind of crazy that the founders had 14,000 nodes to begin with. The decentralized gaming network where the founders own almost a third of the nodes. So what happened, guys, was there was a 20.9 billion Gala burn. So a lot of the influencers thought this is bullish because now instead of a 50 billion max supply, it's going to be a 30 billion max supply. But that's actually not the case because this wasn't a traditional burn like you would expect in a meme coin. These 20.9 billion Gala are going to be going back into the ecosystem through the founders' nodes, causing horrible dilution and makes the tokenomics much worse. So I just wanted to share that about Gala. I have a whole video coming out about all the bad things about Gala. So if you want to see that, like and subscribe. All right, guys. So the first project I want to show you is called DOMI Online. And this is actually an MMORPG game, which MMORPG is a gaming genre which, World of Warcraft and RuneScape would fall under. And RuneScape was actually one of the first games that, really made me think that we need Web3 technology, because I used to try to sell assets in game as a kid and eBay kept banning my account. So I was like, when I heard about Web3 gaming, I was like, wow, this makes so much sense. And I think RuneScape was like really the first game that proved that concept. So you can see the game actually has pretty good graphics, and the graphics are pretty timeless. It's probably compressed because, it's YouTube, but I'm going to be compressing this video. But let me tell you more on why I'm so bullish on this project. It's sitting under $1 million market cap, which is actually insane for who's working on this. So if you go to the website, scroll down a bit, you can see the team here. So the founder actually has 4 million YouTube subscribers. He's a music producer. The co-founder is actually one of the reasons I'm so bullish, though. So he actually worked at Jagex, which was the company that built RuneScape. And he was in charge of QOL development, which means quality of life. So basically making the game fun and addictive for players. And that's exactly what you want in a lead dev, And he was also in charge of porting the game to mobile, which is super important for adoption because you're going to want people from all over the world. And not all of them have computers with super advanced graphics card. So I'm really bullish that one of the co-founders was a really good game dev. And if you scroll down, they have a ton of people on their team, a really good audio team. I can't go into all of them because, this is a video with a bunch of gaming projects. But they also have good backers. And so let's look at this video here. Is
amazing that.
You can see the founder's voice. He's making this dragon noise. I think that's pretty sick. And another thing that's so bullish about this is, let me show you the chart first. You can see DOMI Online is sitting under $1 million market cap, fully diluted 3.22 million. And normally when I saw a chart like this, I would say this is probably a scam. But being that who's building this, and the fact that they even said intentionally they've held off advertising, and that this launched, heading right into the bear market, this actually could be an insane entry. And let me show you what the founder says when he's asked about, the marketing plan and why this hasn't, flown to the moon yet. So here's an interview with Crypto Torelli.
What is your kind of plans for Mark? I mean, you guys have almost grown organically because of like such a cool vision, and you, of course, and the team you put together. Do you have plans for growth, adoption, marketing coming up with getting players in the game? Do you have goals for that? How does that look coming up with launch? And maybe in this, you could talk about your roadmap too, which of course is on the site, but love to hear it from you.
Yeah. So, yeah, you just said like we've grown organically, and you also mentioned me. But I want to say one thing I want to mention, and I don't think people know that, but I haven't made a YouTube video. I haven't made anything to tell my fans or viewers about DOMI, and there's a reason behind it. First of all, I just as when I create music, or anything else, I'm an actor too. I never talk about it to YouTubers or anything. I was on HBO's Vikings, which at the time was like the fifth most TV series at that time.
So guys, he hasn't even shared this game with his community. They've held off marketing until the game's complete, which is like the opposite of most games. I actually went into their Discord and asked them, can I buy some NFTs? And they said, we're waiting until the game's, playable and people can actually use those NFTs to sell them, which definitely isn't something that a scam project would do. It's like the opposite. So I'm super bullish on DOMI. Let me show you this. So if you actually go to cryptorank.io, you can kind of see the IDO price, the private sale. The seed investors got in at 0.01 cents. And if you go back and look at the chart, it's a 3x just to get back to the seed price. And to get back to all-time highs, which was 30 cents, is 100x. And I actually think this project's going to do it. Right now, projects like Alluvium are sitting there, but they're going to go much, much higher in my opinion. And I think DOMI could be a sleeping giant. We'll have to see. But being that who's working on this and they've held off and they're actually building a project, a working product, I'm super bullish on DOMI. So I'm going to do a full deep dive about how everything works, how you earn the token. They have a really cool guild system and PvP system. And really cool thing about this game is it's going to attract high risk players because whenever you die, you actually lose 5% of your total experience and potentially all of your items. So super high risk, which I think fits the crypto community well. And I think it's going to be a ton of fun to play. This is one I'm definitely looking forward to. So if you want to see more about DOMI, like and subscribe because the next video is probably going to be a super deep dive on this project. All right, so the next thing I want to show you guys is some VC groups that I'm involved with. This first one here is actually probably the best investment I've made in the last year. A couple of the projects have went 10, 20x in the bear market, which has been absolutely insane. And there's a few ways to enter into this. And by the way, I have not been paid by any of these projects. So definitely, I don't even care if you buy them. So I just want to tell you about them. So to enter into Cryptopia, there's a few ways. You can check out their website for all the ways. They have a few different memberships. You can do monthly and pay and get some allocation into seed rounds of projects or private sales. What I did is I used the NFTs. So the most expensive one here is going to be the elite membership. This is going to get you the highest allocation into projects, usually about $10,000. And these actually are completely sold out. You can get them on secondary here. You can see 150 people have gotten in and almost nobody wants to sell, which is, a testament to the quality of work that they've put in. And almost nobody knows about this. It's all been word of mouth marketing for the most part. I know a lot of you aren't going to want to pay 7.4 ETH. I think yesterday an offer might have got accepted for like 3.25. So you've put an offer out, you never know what's going to get accepted. And then they also have a cheaper NFT called the Karma NFT collection, which you can actually mint a brand new Karma for $1,000 right now. Or you can pick one up on OpenSea for a little bit cheaper. The thing is, on OpenSea, usually the floor is going to be just the commons. With the higher rarities, there are perks as far as like allocation size and that kind of thing. You're not going to get as high allocation with the Karma, and it's not going to be guaranteed like it is with the Elite, but I still feel like it's pretty good. And all of these get you access to the OTC trading platform. So you can go to if you go to their Discord, you'll see all this, but you can get access and trade with other people on the website that have already gotten to the seed rounds. And a lot of times, if the token generational event is kind of far away, they'll sell it to you for sometimes even just the same price that they got it for, or a little bit higher. Or sometimes the projects moon, like a couple of the projects have, and you can get crazy gains right away just selling on OTC. So can't show the exact prices, but go check out their Discord. It's Cryptopia, and you can see their website here. And the second one's going to be Alex Becker's Citizen Capital. To enter into this one, you need to get one of the Neo Tokyo NFTs. So if you go to OpenSea, you can actually see they have like the Neo Tokyo Citizens, which are going to be like 6 ETH. But a lot of people don't know that there's also the Outer Citizens that you can get for about 0.8. And if you buy this, you got to go and stake, 150 of the Bytes tokens on the Citizen Capital website. It's a project that was actually started by Neo Tokyo Citizens. And you can also get into the OTC trading there. and Dr. Disrespect's NFT project, or company gaming studio is actually on there. Gaming studio, couldn't think of the word, is on there. And I actually just bought some of his project OTC. So definitely recommend Neo Tokyo. They have a lot of really good gaming projects. And Alex Becker used to be super involved with Seedify, which is a launchpad. Also want to talk about. Definitely recommend. They get a lot of good gaming projects. Games for a Living went through here recently. Hypercycle, they've done really well recently. The thing is, you can see the number of participants is pretty high. So a lot of times you're not going to get nearly as big of an allocation as you would with Cryptopia or Citizens Capital. So if it was me and I could only choose one of them, I probably wouldn't do Seedify, but they definitely have a lot of good stuff. And one reason I was so bullish on Seedify was their connection with Alex Becker. And I still think he's going to be working with them, but pretty much every project that Becker likes is going to be getting allocations to the Citizen Capital, and everyone wants Becker to be, to like their project. So they're all going to be offering him, deals. So I think Becker's project, and they don't talk about it or show it much, but I think this one's going to be do really well for people. So in terms of, VC groups and launchpads, I really like Cryptopia, Neo Tokyo, and Seedify is probably the best going to be launchpad project. If you go to their Discord, Seedify, you can actually see the allocations that people have gotten on previous projects based on the different staking tiers. So you can also check, go to the Seedify website, look at the staking tiers guide, and see how much it costs to get into each of the different tiers. I do think the Seedify token is probably a pretty good entry right now. It's way down. Okay, so this next project actually isn't a gaming project exclusively. It actually started as a gaming project, but then moved to something much more. They're actually cryptotainment companies. They've kind of like created their own genre within crypto, which is pretty unique. And being that they have such a unique product that I'll show you here in a minute, I really like what Hello's doing. So Paul Caslin is probably one of the reasons this project is so bullish. He's a Grammy nominated director. And if you actually look at what they're building here, is the Killer Whales TV show. It's like similar to Shark Tank, but for crypto projects. And just look at who's already on the show. You have the altcoin Daily Brothers, Crypto Rand from Crypto Banter, Crypto Wendy, and a ton of other good influencers. Like, this project is very uniquely positioned, being that they already are going to have millions and millions of organic views just by the influencers being like the core of the show. So that's also super unique. They have an arcade where you can play the play to earn games, and if you get on the leaderboard, you can actually earn Hello tokens. And then what I like about this project also is that the tokenomics. So to watch the Killer Whales TV show early on the Hello TV streaming app, you're going to have to use Hello token. But they also are going to be partnered with other streaming platforms that you can watch the shows later. But to get it early, you're going to have to use the Hello token. And being that alpha is so critical in crypto, I think a lot of people are going to be buying the Hello token just to watch the show, just so they can see which projects are going to be talked about. And I think these projects are going to have like what they call the Shark Tank effect. So companies that went on Shark Tank, they usually blew up like immediately after. Like these little companies, like I blew up overnight. I had to buy 10 factories to keep my company going. So, if this project explodes, I could see the Hello token having a lot of utility. And that Hello TV streaming app is going to have more than just the Killer Whales. They talked about having like a crypto crib show where, you go to people, crypto influencers' house and check out their crib. But they just didn't think that the sentiment was right now. And I probably agree with that. And they're also going to have different, shows added to the streaming service later. So being that this project is so early and it was a fair launch and it's at 7 cents right now, market cap of 40 million. Hello is actually, I think, it's one of the most bullish tokens. I think this one will also go $2-3, potentially higher. I really like this one. This is one, and the first show, Killer Whales, is releasing in January, I believe. So I think this one is, if you haven't got any Hello token yet, you're probably going to want to pack your bags, so this one could run away. So I really like Hello and what they're doing. Looking forward to this one for sure. Yeah. So the next project I want to show you is Cornucopias. Now, this is actually a project that was building on the Cardano blockchain. But recently, they've actually really want people to know that they're expanding to other blockchains to increase exposure. And if you actually look at the graphics of this game, it's actually some of the best graphics I've ever seen. And that's because this is actually one of the first projects that started building their project in Unreal Engine 5. Most of them started in Unreal Engine 4 and then had to port over. They're just doing that now. But if you look at the texture and the coloring and the grass and everything, it's absolutely insane. And it's because, they've been working in the Unreal Engine 5 longer. And they actually have a racing game coming out soon, which looks pretty sick. But they also have land plots and domes that you can custom build yourself. And it's kind of unique because the dev kits that they're giving the average person to build out with are super easy to use, as opposed to like a sandbox metaverse where to build out your land, you kind of have to like hire someone, a professional developer. So that's super bullish that the average person is going to go into this game and build anything they can imagine. And definitely not just a racing game. Like look here at the end, like it's actually a first-person shooter capture the flag game that people are going to be able to build this on their own, which is absolutely insane. And kind of like the DOMI Online, this project, they're finally at the point where they can start releasing the game to influencers and showing people the graphics and actually what they've been building. So let's take a look at a marketing update, just a short segment here.
We've got a lot of the hurdles out of the way now. The infrastructure is getting further in place. The launcher has come a long way. Things are really getting buttoned up to where it's really more about game releases and new game content on a monthly basis, and really prepping us for next year and all that's to come with the, if we go historically speaking into another bull cycle, which I think we will,
So you can hear, guys, they're ready to start giving this game and start marketing it, so. And they also said they have a major, debut with a Web3 influencer soon. I think it's Crypto Crow, but who knows? I like Crypto Crow, so I'm looking forward to seeing who it is. But looking at the chart here, you can see Cornucopias market cap of 21 million. Not as low as the other projects we talked about. Fully diluted at 100 million. I do think this project can actually reach $1 pretty easily. Probably $2 and possibly even higher if the game, if it gets adoption. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm super bullish on Cornucopias. This is one I'm definitely going to be playing. They said they're going to be doing a small sale on ETH Layer 2 soon, just to show people, we're not just on Cardano. So I'm looking forward to seeing what ETH Layer 2 they're also going to be on. So that's Cornucopias. All right, guys, the next project I want to show you is GFAL, or Games for a Living. This project has gotten a lot of attention lately, especially with what happened with Gala. I think there could be a new king in Web3 gaming. And if anyone can do it, it's probably GFAL, because look at this team. When I first saw this team, I said, oh my God. And I saw my boat when I was just looking at the team, and it was a big boat. So just check this out. We got the former first vice president at Activision Blizzard, the former CEO of both Electronic Arts and Digital Chocolate, massive companies. And if you look at the rest of the team, tons of good people. The only thing I will say is if you look at the games like Elemental Raiders and all these, I feel like they're in genres that have kind of been overdone, and not super bullish on the games yet. But this project just launched. We'll see what else they come out with. And I love how active they are on Twitter. I mean, you can actually see these guys are building. It's not some 22-year-old that's gonna take your money and buy a Lambo and run away. These guys are already established. They know what they're doing, and I really like that. In terms of the chart, this thing has been up only. Anyone who was waiting on the sidelines, totally wrecked and left behind. Look at this. But I think this is just getting started. It very well could pull back. There really hasn't been any significant pullbacks on this thing. $53 million market cap right now. There are a lot of tokens still to come out, but it's vesting over 10 years. And being that gaming projects, they're just so bullish right now, I do think that this is going to 50x or more from here. We'll see GFAL over $1 in my opinion, but we'll see. I'm really looking forward to this one and seeing what games they come out with going forward, because even though they are a studio with a bunch of games, I need to see good games. 0 + 0 + 0 doesn't equal 1. I need to see some good games. And like Myria, for example, I think a lot of their games are crap. I have millions of tokens and I have nodes, but not super bullish on that one. I do like GFAL more. So we'll see what happens with this one. So the next project I want to talk about is created by Elio Trades. He and Becker are kind of like the godfathers of crypto gaming. Everyone knows these guys. They create really good content, very smart. Elio was going to be a lawyer and decided to do crypto full time, and that really worked out well for him, obviously. So Imposters is the project. It's a social deduction game. And why I like this project so much is the NFTs for this project were actually sold, just go up here, in March of 2022. So and soon after the bear market really went into full effect. So these things have pretty much been down only, and Elio's just been building. Elio, he's not gonna not deliver. So these things have been down only. And he's been waiting for the market to pick back up to do the Genesis land mint. So basically, if you have your Genesis alien and you pair it with the UFOs and the pets, you're actually going to be, and the other NFTs in the ecosystem, you're actually going to be able to mint the land. And to do so, you're going to need the blood token. And we don't know exactly how much yet, but that's definitely going to create definitely a demand for the token. And this thing's been pretty much flat for a while, you know, just ranging between like 1 and 3 cents. And being that, you know, it hasn't really gone much below like 1.5 cents. If this dips back down, definitely consider picking some up. I mean, I am, you know, none of this is obviously financial advice. I have 0 subscribers, so I'm literally talking to myself. But I think, you know, Elio, he's been waiting for the market to pick back up. He's very well liked. I think he's going to deliver. He has a lot of people that like him that are big influencers. So a lot of people are going to be streaming this game. I think there's going to be demand for the blood token. This thing could absolutely moon. I have 2 full sets of Imposters, so I'll be minting land. If you want to learn more about Imposters and what the game is, Crypto Stash has a good video of him actually playing, and he kills Elio in the video. It's kind of funny. So check out Crypto Stash. Just search Imposters in the search bar if you want to see gameplay footage. So I definitely like this one. I think it could be a sleeper. The only thing I don't like about this is I believe it says max supply is 200 million, but I think it's actually unlimited. But right now, there's no new blood coming onto the market for sure, and being that the land mint's coming up, I think it's bullish. If this dips back down, maybe consider grabbing some. All right, guys, that does it for this video. If you found any value in this video, if you give me a like and subscribe to the channel, that would be great. And let me know what your favorite gaming projects are in the comments below. I'm really interested in hearing what people have to say and researching some new projects. So until next time,